What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about if you should or shouldn't buy the PS5. I'm mainly wording it as, should you buy the PS5, question mark, as you guys have seen in the title. Now, this, for me, personally for me, is a good way, I think, to kind of tell you guys how I'm feeling about the console, kind of do an overview in the best way that I can. Now, I'm not I think I'm a pretty individual kind of channel, right? That I do stuff that's a little bit different than everybody else. So I'm not going to be breaking down every single small little feature of this, but I think just generally it gives us a good chance to talk about what's the strengths, what's the weaknesses, do you need to buy this console right now, kind of get your guys' input. I know I have a mainly PlayStation base on the channel. It's not all. I know a lot of people are actually into all different stuff, and I love that about the community. I'm going to do the exact same thing for Xbox. So if you guys like this video, well, firstly, make sure you guys leave me a like. There's been some hate on the channel a little bit recently. It's okay. I get that I'm not the most popular figure always, but if you guys do like it, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, red button right there. If you hate me later on, you can always unsubscribe later. But if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. And like I said, we'll do Xbox if you guys want to see that, or if this video does good, all that stuff. So, okay, should you buy the PS5? Well, what are the strengths of the PS5? Well, I think there's a couple things. I think, actually, let me cut right to the chase. Games are the biggest strength of PlayStation. Now, did Microsoft cut that down a little bit with Bethesda, saying that we're going to take all of that? Now, again, we don't know if Bethesda games are still only going to be on Xbox. They may, obviously, game-by-game basis is what they said. I think they will still be, at least the bigger ones will be on both. Time will tell, but games are the biggest strength of PlayStation. The first-party studios are something that they need to lean into, honestly, harder than ever. And not just that, I mean, these third-party deals are very important, and I do think they make a world of difference, hence why Microsoft is not even doing that, but kind of, just purchasing them, just saying flat out, well, we're not going to make a deal with them. We're just going to buy them outright so that nobody else can. And again, we'll have to see how all that stuff goes out, but games is the most important thing to Sony. You look at the fall, you look at when the PS5 comes out, and it's not spectacular. I mean, I really don't think it's fair to say that the launch of the PS5 is going to be spectacular. And I've said it numerous times, I've gone on record, it's absolutely a better lineup than what was on the PS4 when that system launched. With that being said, there's not really any, besides Demon's Souls, there's not much that's coming. In fact, I don't think there's anything that comes out only on PS5. And then I think when we talk about the PlayStation 5 is the biggest thing to me. Why am I getting it? I'm getting it for the games. And if there's not a lot of exclusive games, and I get it, not everybody's like me. We all have different opinions. We can all coexist. And I think we can all honestly coexist on this channel. I think because ultimately we're in the same boat together. If we're all PlayStation people, we're all on the same team. Okay, but for me, and if you are like me, and if you're saying, okay, I mean, I've gotten PlayStations I bought it for Spider-Man, I bought it for this game, I bought it for that game, I'm buying it for the games. Is there a lot of reasons initially to buy the PS5 at launch? No, there is not. Demon's Souls is the only one. Will there eventually be? Will God of War Ragnarok, if it's only on PS5, is that enough? Obviously there's games that will come down the line, but it just depends. Okay, obviously you could then be getting it for its ray tracing and all of the cool specs. It can do some pretty amazing things. We're gonna see it over. I think initially we're gonna see it. Not obviously as built up as it could be. I know a lot of people said the next Unreal Engine isn't going to be fully available even until 2021. So it will take some time to get every game looking like it's an absolute masterpiece and looking like it's for next gen, right? But obviously there's some people that will do it for power, right? You'll do it for your friends. Is the price worth it? Well, here's the deal. PS5 is the same price as Series X. Again, you could say Xbox Series X is more powerful. They do different things. Xbox Series X is more powerful in some ways. PS5 does some things differently. I know there's been a lot of talk with developers that, Xbox is difficult to work with, Sony's difficult to work with. Each developer is obviously going to have their own issue, right, with each individual studio, but you could be getting it for power. Price-wise, yeah, I mean, I think they even out. Now, the digital PS5, obviously being $400, and then the digital Xbox, which, Series S, being $300, that obviously could make a big difference to a lot of people. The difference, I guess, there would be is Series S fully next gen, if that's an argument you want to make or you can make. I personally, now I wanted a digital, so my personal situation is that I was going in to get a PS5. I wanted the digital edition. I have been getting pretty much all my games digitally. I still have quite a lot of discs, and I watch movies, and I have movies in terms of like Blu-ray and stuff. But I was ready to go digital. Digital is impossible to find. Same thing with even Series S. It's a little bit harder to find. So I ended up, I had to get the disc. There was no other option. So I got the disc of the PS5. So I went all in. Now for me, why did I get the PS5? Well, I got it for the channel. I got it for the games to come out. I mean, ultimately, here's the thing with me. Demon Souls is a thing that I want. Okay, I absolutely want Demon Souls. I truly do believe in like generational jumps, and Sony, I thought Sony believed in it too. Again, I won't get too far into that because Sony's kind of done some stuff recently, right, that I've said that not a lot of people love. It's completely okay. But when it comes to like Miles, when it comes to Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and eventually Cyberpunk, these are games that, yes, while initially I will play on my PS4, actually Cyberpunk you wouldn't, right? I want to play on PS5. So like Watch Dogs, I will make that jump. Assassin's Creed, I will make that jump. I would want to do that immediately, as quickly as humanly. But even if it's for, and because I do get it, because people may say, well, I mean, it's going to be not the best gains, right? There's not going to be that much changed over. I mean, ultimately, even if it's just a little bit, we'll get the free upgrades, all that stuff. I think it'll be worth it for me. It all depends. By the way, all of this depends on you, but. Ultimately, at launch, is there the biggest reason to get the PS5? Honestly, I just don't think it would be right. Now, again, I know a lot of people come to me for PlayStation, and I do make a lot of positive videos. I know people call out like the more negative stuff I do too sometimes, but I do make a lot of positive stuff. But I just don't think it would necessarily be right for me to tell you to get either. By the way, and this is a spoiler for the Xbox video, to get either of these systems day one. I don't think you need it. If we're talking about long term, again, should you buy the PS5? I do think so. I really, really do. We're getting to a point where, well, Microsoft is obviously improving a lot, but even their games will end up on PC. So like all of the Bethesda stuff will end up on PC. And again, this is not taking shots at Xbox, and I may even say this in the Xbox video, and it will get me in so much trouble because people don't listen. Look, I truly think if you want to get the most out of games, the best way, if you have the money, which I get it, not everybody has, and that's why Xbox is probably so, grabbing to people, especially the Series S. But if you have the money, I feel like the best way to experience games in general is to get a PS5 and to get a PC. Because you can play all the Xbox games on PC. You can play them higher specs, higher everything than you could on the Xbox. And then those exclusives for PlayStation, you can only get on PlayStation. And even if you disagree with, no, you need an Xbox, you don't need the PC part, because $300 for a Series S is amazing value, which, by the way, is probably one of the best reasons to get a Series S or get Xbox in general, is the price, is Games Pass, right? I mean, those are very important things. But even if you disagree there, I think that point still stands where you need a PS5 for the PS5 games. Even if not at launch, I think eventually, at some point over the next, hopefully 1 year, but it's probably going to be longer than that, they will continue to, and see, again, that is when I think I get the anger that was at me, but that's the main reason, like, for Horizon. You know what I mean? Because I think PS5 is going to do well, and it's going to sell, and it's going to sell for years and years and years, okay? But to get a PS5, why would you get the PS5? Well, you need the games for it. Eventually, that's the whole point of it, because if not, you could just play third-party games on Xbox. There's no need to play it on PlayStation. You're only getting the PlayStation for the first-party games. Obviously, power, obviously because your friends are playing it, stuff like that. That's why a game like Horizon, I was so upset when it was coming to PS4, because I feel like that's a game that can sell the PS5, where it's like, you need the PS5 because you want Horizon, right? Do you want Horizon? Yes. Well, then get the PS5. I get that. In a way, it's greedy. They're telling you, give us our money, give us your money, so you can also give us more money to purchase this game. But isn't that how every console? They did that to you, to people for Spider-Man. So many people said they got PS4 for Spider-Man. Isn't that the exact same thing? They said, hey, Spider-Man, you can't play on your PS3, you can't play on Xbox, you can only play it on PS4. Give us the money for the PS4, and then buy our Spider-Man game. And that's how people entered. So yes, I'm okay with a transition. I don't prefer a slow transition. I would prefer a quick transition. But, eventually, Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man 2, all of these games, maybe a new Uncharted, there's going to be plenty of reasons to get a PS5. Sony, and we talked about the strategy of what Sony needs to do to compete with Bethesda. Ultimately, that video was for fun, the studio thing. I did it completely for fun. The biggest thing is their strategy is lean into the games. You don't need to buy publishers. You could buy developers. You can make deals with developers. They can find the diamonds in the rough, and that's what they need to do. That's what they've done with pretty much all of their own studios. Is they were not all always giant studios. They were small. That is why Sony is special. That's why I think people gravitate to PlayStation. It is they've positioned themselves still, even with Bethesda gone. Even though again it could potentially come on PlayStation, they have still. I don't really think there's a way to disagree with this. By the way, they have still positioned themselves as the gaming console, where if you want games, you play them there. Yes, they have Games Pass. Xbox has Games Pass. It's not perfect. It's an amazing value, but you can't get every single game on that, okay? And you can't get PlayStation exclusives. And again, as long as the PlayStation exclusives are constantly like Game of the Year worthy, which they've had some missteps, like Ghost of Tsushima isn't perfect. The Last of Us Part 2 was perfect to half the community and then was the worst game of all time to the other half. So they've obviously made some mistakes. I'm not saying they've never made mistakes, but lean into those exclusives, lean into the games. That, I think, is the biggest reason why people would buy the PS5. That's why I'm getting it. I'm getting it for the future. Getting the Series S or Series X, same thing. I'm getting it early next year, but I'm getting it for the future. I'm not getting it for day one. Ultimately, I could wait on Demon's Souls, but I want to support I'm supporting the PS5. I'm supporting just gaming in general, and then I'll wait to basically have the value given to me for why I got the PS5 in the first place, okay? So, guys, let me know in the comments below. Are you getting the PS5, whether it be at launch, whether it be down the line? Are you guys getting an Xbox, a Series S, Series X? Let me know. Let me know what the strengths, the weaknesses are, all of that stuff. And again, like I said, if you guys want the Xbox video, I think I'm going to do it, even if the reception here isn't all that great, I'll do it for Xbox, and we'll just go from there. Any suggestions about next-gen gaming, you can always leave me in the comments, reach me on Twitter, all that stuff. I always try to respond, and I can definitely make videos that you guys want to see, okay? Thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, all that stuff, and I will see you all on the next video.